Welcome to Brown Liquor Podcast, where we explore all things under the rainbow, navigating relationships, life, and friendships, all while enjoying your favorite brown liquor drink. So, let's get into it. Now, sis, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, I heard you say that one of your goals in this new year was to have better, hydrated, nourished skin and to take more time for self care. Well, I have just the thing for that Sincere Vibes All Natural Skincare. With a variety of soaps, body creams, and body oils, Sincere Vibes has all of your skincare needs, leaving your skin feeling soft, smooth, and giving it that perfect melanated glow. You can also choose from some of the best-selling candles and even get products to take care of your hair care needs, making for the perfect spa day. Check out Sincere Vibes at sincerevibes.com, and when you make a purchase of $20 or more, you'll get 20% off using the code LIQHER, LIQHER. Start the new year off right by taking better care of your skin. Go to Sincere Vibes today and leave feeling the vibes. After all, they are sincere. What's up, y'all? It is your girl Shunda D and
Nikki, y'all. What's up? What's going on?
and we are back with another episode of Brown Liquor where we discuss all things gayness, navigating life, relationships, and friendships, all while having your favorite brown liquor drink. Y'all, Nikki hasn't been on the podcast since 2024. So, baby, do you want to update the people on what's been going on with you? Or do you want us to go ahead and get into the drink of the week?
Let's just go ahead and get into the drink of the week.
Okay.
I got y'all next time I come through.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. So this week's drink of the week comes from The Drunken Monkey on Instagram. It is DADRUNKMONKEY on Instagram, and they don't give any measurements, so I'm just gonna do my best to tell y'all the ingredients as I see them pouring. Okay, so you start out with an 8-ounce glass, fill it with ice and blueberries and lemon slices. And then I would say you use about 2 ounces of Don Julio Reposado. And then they use some Calypso, the Ocean Blue lemonade drink. And then he put about an ounce of pineapple rum on top. Was that the pineapple or was that the regular rum?
No, it was definitely pineapple.
And then he also used about an ounce of Hypnotic, which is, y'all know we ain't heard about Hypnotic since the early 2000s. And then he tops it off with a little bit more of the Calypso lemonade. It looks really good.
It sounds good, but Hypnotic is definitely vodka.
Well, it's a lot going on in this drink.
Yeah,
and I'm sure that's why it's from The Drunken Monkey.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way back in the day when they was mixing it with Hennessy. Something told me to read the bottle. I'm like, don't you know this shit got vodka in it? No wonder why you be waking up head hurting.
Yeah, this is Reposado, Hypnotic, rum, and the lemonade.
Yeah, that's a lot going on in that drink.
And blue curacao as well. Mm-hmm. Which they say has liquor content, but I don't know. I never paid attention to the blue curacao bottle to know if it has liquor content or if it's just sugar for your drink.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know neither.
But anyways, with that being said, y'all know how this goes. We have to give y'all our disclaimer. Drink responsibly, drink while you are safe, drink with people you know, like, and trust. Y'all be careful out here in these streets. Do not drink and drive, okay? And we want you here to be here for another episode of Brown Liquor. Okay, now, do you want to get into your week or do you want to give the people some of Naked Nikki's nonsense?
I'm going to just go with the nonsense. I got some shit for y'all. You know what I mean?
Okay, so Naked Nikki's nonsense is a new segment that we're going to have every week. Just give them like 3 points, baby.
Just 3?
Just give them 3 good ones that you want for this week coming into the new year.
All right.
For Naked Nikki's nonsense.
Okay. So going into this year, I got some things to say for people, who still go into the office to work. I'm starting a new
Well,
employee handbook.
give the people the background. How did you develop these Naked Nikki nonsense points? For the people that may be new listeners of Brown Liquor, how did the Naked Nikki nonsense points come about?
Because I'm always going through some shit. First of all, I run a successful cleaning business. What else, babe? I got a lot just on my plate, and I come across a lot of different things, a lot of different scenarios, and I'm just always in some shit, and I always just got some shit to say. So, babe is like, I'm about to really start capitalizing on the shit that you be saying, because for one, it be true, true shit.
It do be true.
And two, I feel like if I give some of my shit to the people, y'all can use it too. You know what I mean? And I need people to understand where I'm coming from a business standpoint, from a personal standpoint, and just all around being a black lesbian lady.
Black lesbian lady?
Black lesbian lady.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, go ahead and give the people what you got.
So, I started a new employee handbook for people who still work in the office. Now, this is for men, women, no labels, people that have two,
non-binary.
Stuff down there. What is those people called again? That got the man and the woman part?
You talk about like transvestites?
I thought it was a hermaphrodite.
Oh.
I'm just saying, it's for everybody. Everybody. So,
men, women, and all the above.
All the above. That still works in the workplace. Because I clean up in these, medical facilities, office buildings. I got some roofing companies, and I'm servicing about a good 13 to 15 accounts, and I'll be seeing some shit.
Okay.
I don't understand how boogers and things like that get on the wall. Yeah, these are things that I'm seeing in the workplace. I don't understand. So this is where this list is coming from. These are the things that I'm going to need people to work on in 2025 in the workplace. I really want y'all guys to realize that you're in your workplace damn near more than you're at home.
Amen.
So you should really have a little bit of integrity
inside the workplace.
Inside, you said it best, the workplace. So this is my new employee handbook. So I'm only going to give y'all guys 3 points today because I really want these 3 points to stick with you, and I want you to work on it. And if you see somebody in the workplace doing these things, I'm going to need you to direct them to Brown Liquor so that we can explain to them, no, this is not what needs to be going on in the workplace.
You got to tell them no.
You got to. We got to tell them, clean up behind your goddamn self. That's what we need to tell them. Okay, so there is one. This is the main one. This is for the ladies. It's for ladies. When I was growing up, I'll give you a little background on how I came up with this. This is very important. Important. When I was growing up and you started your cycle, we was raised, you know what I mean? First of all, you don't flush tampons down the toilet in pads. You don't do that. That is a no. You wrap it up in toilet paper and you put it in the trash bag beside you. You don't
the little tiny trash can.
Little tiny trash can.
That normally says sanitary napkins.
And this is in the workplace. At home, you have your own garbage can, but in the workplace, you do have the little, what is that? Stainless steel? Little trash thing right there that I put the wax paper in there for you and everything. But before you dispose of your sanitary garments, you really should wrap them up, ladies. You don't just take your little panty ladder off and ball it up and put it in the bag.
Or just pull your tampon out your coochie
and just throw it in there. Like I don't even know how you do that without getting blood off. And sometimes there is blood. It's terrible, ladies. I'm gonna need us in the unit to to do better. And if you're doing this at home, like that's crazy. Wouldn't be able to go down at my house. You can't do that at my house. You should not do that in the workplace. Clean up behind yourself. Okay? All right. That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, this next one is for the ladies too. And then I'm gonna give y'all one for the ladies. If you go into the bathroom and your toilet seat is up, if you're planning on squatting to piss, don't put the toilet seat down and then squat pee and then pee all over the toilet seat and then leave the pee on the toilet seat. Like nobody else has to come in the bathroom behind you. We all have an 8-hour shift. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever, you know what I'm saying, seen that you come in
and I just walk right out. If I walk into a stall for one and it stinks or it's pee on the toilet, I walk right out and I will go in another stall, or at my particular job, we have 2 bathrooms. I will go to a whole other bathroom.
And use the bathroom.
And use the bathroom.
And see, like, that's terrible. Why somebody got to come in and clean up your piss?
Yeah.
But this will eliminate that. Just leave the toilet seat up.
It feels weird, ladies, but it works.
What? If you leave the toilet seat up?
Yeah.
But you're squatting the
I know. I'm just saying.
Well, why does it feel weird?
Because as women, we're not used to peeing with the toilet seat up. So it does. It feels weird. It feels awkward. It feels out of place. But at the same time, working with you and doing it myself at work, I know that it works. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. That's the only point I'm making. Like, we're not used to, as women, we're not used to pulling the toilet seat up or leaving it up. You know?
It's just, you're saying it's just natural.
Yeah, it's just
to pull it.
Yeah.
Up. Well, we're going to need y'all to stop that. Now, if you're going to sit on the toilet, like lining up with some toilet paper, and if you do line it up, please, ladies, don't stuff it all in the toilet at one time. Don't do that neither. But don't piss all over the toilet seat. And for men, do not spit gum in the urinal. It doesn't flush. Do not spit mucus in the urinal. It doesn't flush. But please flush after you piss in the urinal. Okay? Because your pee stinks.
Yeah.
Especially once it sits there. And then once somebody sees that you peed and didn't flush, they pissed and don't flush. And then they spit gum in there. Like, it's terrible. It's a urinal. Don't do it. This is your job. This is where you work at. You gotta stick your penis in the urinal. Why would you want to not flush it? Then the fumes is coming up, getting on your, you know what I'm saying, your ball. You don't want that. Flush.
Oh, on the
yeah,
ball.
like it's serious.
They getting a kickback on the balls?
Kick back. And I'm getting a kickback all in the nose.
Ooh. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yes.
No, we don't
I'm
like
gonna need y'all to work on those 3 points for right now. Okay? Wrap up your sanitary napkins and tampons. Wrap it up. Nobody wants to see your, you know what I'm saying, your cycle. Nobody wants to smell your cycle. These things will help to mask that. And to help the person coming in behind you, you know what I'm saying, feel comfortable to use the restroom. And it would help us, you know, people who run commercial cleaning businesses, it will help us out a lot as well. Because now we don't have to call y'all.
You could have said it.
I know I could have, but I want to be nice.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, give it up for Naked Nikki's nonsense, y'all.
No, that's making real shit. For real.
And before we get into our first commercial break, y'all know that I have to give you all the things, give you the quick rundown. Y'all make sure y'all follow us on all of our social media, Brown Liquor on everything, Brown Liquor on Instagram. If you are looking for us on Facebook, Brown Liquor Lesbian Conversations. TikTok, we don't know what's going to happen come Sunday. Sunday is supposed to be the fume for TikTok Isha. Okay, we don't know what's going to happen. But I do have a question, since now that TikTok is dying, are y'all now gonna go use the Black-owned social media content creating space, fan base?
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
I'm not even really on TikTok, so I'm more than
Yeah,
likely won't
you
be.
don't
Yeah,
be on the things, babe. You don't be on the internet
I
like
do
that.
a little bit. I be in my emails. I be trying to get some money. I'm telling you. Even though they say being on social media, you definitely can get a couple dollars. But I feel like in my space where I'm at,
Yeah. Personally, I don't feel like TikTok is going anywhere, especially now that the current president has left it up to Joe Biden. I mean to Trump. And I feel like Trump is not gonna ban TikTok. I just feel like it makes too much money. It generates too many jobs. It would be too great of a loss to too many people for them to get rid of it. I just don't think it's going
I
anywhere.
don't think that it would
Now
be too
Trump,
great of a loss. But I
what?
don't think it would be too. I don't think that. Um, but I feel like they're trying to capitalize on how they can make money because these content creators out here are getting money
Now
off
I
of
do
it.
feel like Trump would do some stupid shit like make them give him half the stock or something. Who knows? But
Yeah, I
but
feel like it's a money
I
issue.
don't think they're gonna ban it. I don't think it's actually gonna go anywhere. But we shall find out come Monday. Because Sunday is supposed to be the last day for TikTok.
Well, they
So
definitely got rid of damn near Pornhub in a lot of states. You cannot watch Pornhub anymore.
it's either you have to upload your ID so they can verify your age, or but some states did just ultimately
Altogether.
ban it
Hmm.
altogether. So yeah, you're right. But with that being said, y'all, we are gonna go ahead and get into our first break, and we'll be back with the next segment of Brown Liquor Podcast. Y'all, stay tuned. Go get your blankets. Go get your drinks. Go get your socks. Go get whatever you need to get warm and cozy, so you can come back and get all of this brown liquor greatness. Okay. All right. We'll be right back after this commercial break. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shunda D, and the Brown Liquor Travel Lounge is here, specializing in cruises and international travel. So get your passports ready and pack your bags, because, baby, Brown Liquor Travel Lounge has the perfect travel packages for you. If you are looking to travel overseas and don't know where to start, hit us up with the dates in mind, your final destination, and an ideal budget, and let us handle the rest. Send us an email to brownliquor@gmail.com to get started today.
Wonder if you even notice me. You gotta feel me. Put on your glove. Just wanna be your girl.
All right, y'all, we are back from our first commercial break, and it is now time for our What You Watching segment. Now, if you are an avid listener of Brown Liquor, then you know that this particular segment is dedicated to Wendy Williams. I have a strong uh connection to the Wendy Williams show. I was inspired to do podcasting and want to do radio and all the things from her. I've been to her show and all of the things. Now, unless you live under a rock, you've seen that she called into the Breakfast Club and talked about her conservatorship. And a lot of people has concerns about this whole process and this whole situation. How did Wendy get into this conservatorship? How did this happen? All of the things. How is the lady getting paid? All of the things. So we just gonna run it down real quick for y'all based on what she said yesterday on the Breakfast Club interview. Now, from what she said, she was put into the conservatorship when they deemed her incapacitated when she was diagnosed with dementia and Graves' disease and all the things. She talked about that for a little bit on the interview with the Breakfast Club, but she couldn't get too much into a lot of it because of the legalities of it all, because the person that is assigned to her as her conservator is suing A&E that made that documentary, that horrible documentary
Right.
about her last year. So, but A&E is countersuing her, the conservator, because they're saying that she's the one and Wendy said that she's the one that signed off on the paperwork for them to shoot and release the documentary. When you're in a conservatorship, you have no say so over your day-to-day activities. So somebody had to sign off on that documentary for them to tape it.
Right.
There was no way that they would have been able to do that without the permission of the conservator.
Right. It's just the backlash she's probably getting from doing
right.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
So she tried to sue A&E. A&E is countersuing her and saying, like, you the one that told, like, you the one that told us it was okay.
Right.
Now, if you listen to the interview on The Breakfast Club, Wendy got emotional for a little bit, and it almost made me cry when she talked about just all of the things that she cannot do on a daily basis. Basically, from what I gathered from the interview on The Breakfast Club, it sounds like she is in a home, like maybe a nursing home, that is heavily secured. And they said that she has one little window in her room. She cannot go out of her room and like have dinner and commune with the other people that are in the home. She has to stay in her room. She has a cell phone, but she doesn't know the number to the cell phone. She can only dial out, and I think she said she has like 4 or 5 numbers in the phone that she can call, including one being the conservator. The lady has to basically approve all of her travel. Like when we just seen her go down to Miami for her son's graduation, that had to be approved through the conservator. And apparently every time Wendy tries to do something outside of what the conservator says that she can do, there is some type of retaliation. So even on the interview yesterday, Wendy was scared that after the interview aired, that the conservator would probably take her phone and she wouldn't be able to talk to people anymore. So everybody, of course, they have the hashtag Free Wendy. The Breakfast Club started a GoFundMe to where they're trying to raise money to get her a lawyer in Florida, so that she can get out of her conservatorship and move down to Miami to be with her son and her family and her parents. All of her family apparently lives in Miami. This lady has her up in a home in upstate New York somewhere, like damn near Jersey or something like that. So
shame on you, lady.
She sold her cats. Wendy don't know where the cats are, who has them. I think that's what happened when she went down to Miami. When Wendy came back to New York from Miami, the lady told her the cats were gone.
That's a shame.
So I mean, Wendy talked about like literally not being able to do nothing on a day-to-day basis. Like she can only look out of this one little window in her room from way upstairs. Like she has no outside activity. She can't go for a walk outside. Like she just can't be a regular human being. Like, you know what I mean?
That is sad. And
like
whoever's doing that need to be ashamed.
The lady has to order her meals. They bring them to her room. If she has visitors that are able to come see her, they have to be approved on a list. And if they're not approved on the list, they have to call the conservator to get approved to go up and see Wendy. On The Breakfast Club, Lauren LaRosa literally was at the place wherever they have her, because they didn't name it, of course. And Wendy Williams was on speakerphone telling the people downstairs to let her up because she wanted to see Lauren. She's like, no, this is my family. Of course, they're not real family, but that's what she was telling them. Like, This is my family. I want to see her. Like, let her up. The place is so heavily secured. The people were like, no, you're not on the list. They tried to call the conservator. The conservator didn't answer the phone. So they basically told her, we don't know what you're talking about. We don't know Wendy Williams, and she is not here. Mind you, Wendy is on speakerphone telling them,
let her up.
Let her up. I'm here. Like, you guys are crazy. Like, stop it. Just let her up. And they would not let her up. So, I mean, I just feel like this is and we watched the documentary on conservatorships before. I don't know if you was here when I watched it, but I was talking to you about it before.
Mhm.
And they actually pulled that episode off of Netflix because whatever state it was that they shot it in was suing Netflix about the episode because on that episode that this was the first this Netflix documentary, the situation with Wendy and the whole situation with Britney Spears was the first time I ever heard of a conservatorship. I didn't even know you could do this to old people or incapacitated people. Like, this is crazy. But on the Netflix episode, there was an older guy, and I think his wife passed away. And all of a sudden he got a knock on his door, and the people was telling him, like, sir, your house has been sold. We need you out of here in like 7 days. Mind you, this man has been in this house for like 40
I
years.
remember that. We was watching that together.
And he was like, what do you mean my house has been sold? And somebody went and bought his property taxes or something,
Mhm.
and then deemed him, somehow they got people to sign off on this paperwork that deemed him incapacitated, put him in a conservatorship. They had control over all his money.
Yeah, I remember that.
Just like this lady has control over all of Wendy's money. Wendy was like, I got $15. She was like, what can we do with that? And the Breakfast Club was laughing, but they were like, no, this is serious. Like, Wendy was like, this is all the money I have to my name. I got $15 in my purse right now. Like, can the $15 do something? What can we do with that?
Wow.
So, like, when people are put into these situations, this person, and normally when you have a conservatorship or something like that, normally your conservator is a friend or a family member or somebody you know. Now, there are legal guardians, legal conservators that are deemed by the state, and anybody can go down. I could go right now to the courthouse and get a list of incapacitated people and be like, I want to apply to be their conservator. Now, I do think you have to have certain paperwork in place to be a conservator or to be deemed the legal guardian of an incapacitated person.
Mhm.
But I can go do it right now and get control over all their things. A guy on this same Netflix documentary, somebody came in and sold all of his cars. He had like 20 um not historic, but what's
Antique
the
cars.
antique cars.
Yeah.
They sold like all of his cars, took his house. Mind you, this man was married. So his wife was pissed. And he had just got remarried. Of course, he was older, but he had just got remarried. This person came in, had no information about this man, his life, his history, his hobbies, nothing, and sold all of his antique cars, took over all of his money. Like, it's just crazy. I feel like you should not be able to do this to people. And I know a lot of people was calling into the Breakfast Club today saying that Wendy, like, let's keep in mind she still does have dementia. Of course, with dementia you have some good days and some bad days, but and people were saying like, yeah, she sounded good on this interview, but let's not forget that day to day she might not always be this good.
Right.
Which is a valid concern, but I feel like even if she is not always on a good day, I feel like she has family members like her niece that was on the interview with her niece Alex, and her sisters that were on the documentary. Hell, her son is
Right.
grown.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
she has people that care about her.
Yeah, that could be in this position to do these things, to fully be able and willing to take care of her, to where I don't have to call a perfect stranger to ask, can I go buy a hairbrush?
Yeah, that's
Like,
That's
she was crying because she was like, I don't even know if she's going to let me go down to Miami to see my dad for his birthday next month. Apparently, her dad is turning 94 years old. And Wendy was like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go because I have to get permission from her. And if I'm doing this interview and she just wants to retaliate or wants to be mean to me, she could just say no.
Right.
And I might not see my dad before he passed away. Like, so it's just crazy. I just wanted to bring that up. I know we haven't done a What You Watching segment in a while. So considering I've created the whole segment in dedication to Wendy Williams. I just had to do it and go over it because I wanted people to know what was going on. If you didn't catch the Breakfast Club interview, go listen to it. It was the one that was played on Thursday. And even if you don't, go catch that episode. If you follow the Shade Room, most of the viral clips are on the Shade Room. So you can go just look on the Shade Room and listen to how she sounds. She sounds good. She sounds in good spirits. She definitely sounds way better than she did on that documentary.
Okay, that's good.
She sounds way better, way more coherent, way more, you know what I'm saying, here in the present and now.
Right.
Does it sound like she was drinking or slurred or, you know what I'm saying, just
Right.
kind of out of her mind and distant? So go listen to that episode. Go listen to that interview. Wendy, we love you. Thank you for all the things that you've done, all the contributions you made. And we want to see you do something, whether it's a podcast with Charlemagne on his podcast network or what. We need you
Bring
out
it
here.
back, right?
Yeah. All right. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into this next break, and we're going to come back with Topic Tuesday and get into the shit. So go ahead, and like I said, if you ain't got your drink, if you ain't got your blanket, if you ain't got your popcorn or your favorite snack, go get it right now. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Do you have a story to tell and don't know where to start? Have questions about self-publishing? Hit up Emotional Fiction Publishing Firm for all your publishing needs. Follow at Emotional Fiction Publishing on Instagram or Emotional Fiction Publishing Firm on Facebook to get started now.
All right, y'all, we are back with Topic Tuesday, the last segment of this podcast before we get out of here. And this week's Topic Tuesday question was, are you ready, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This week's Topic Tuesday question, as a matter of fact, somebody just commented on it. And if you're trying to figure out where I post the Topic Tuesday questions, it is in our group on Facebook, Brown Liquor Lesbian Conversations. So definitely come on into the room, join the group, and be a part of the conversation, okay? So this week's Topic Tuesday question was, does all moral code go out of the window when you break up with someone?
Definition for moral code.
Like, are you okay? So let me just give some context and some background from where I got the question from. So I was listening to a podcast. Y'all know I listen to a lot of different podcasts, and I want to say that I was listening to the new Horrible Decisions, which is now called Decisions. They took the horrible out of there. More marketable, smart.
Mm-hmm.
But I was listening to that, and they were talking about a bad breakup with where a situation where a guest on the show, or one of them, Mandy or Weezy, had gone through a breakup and it got ugly. And it made me think about my own situation with my last particular ex, where towards the end of our relationship, when she got really, really nasty towards me, just being very disrespectful, talking to other girls on the phone in front of me. Now all of a sudden you got all of these friends that I never seen or heard of. You got all of these female friends that have never come around, never, you know what I'm saying? Never seen or heard of them. And now all of a sudden you got all of these female friends that you hanging out with, you going to meet up with, just doing extra disrespectful stuff in front of me. So, in me venting to my family and friends and people that were supporting me around that time, because I moved out silently. Like, I didn't make a big fuss. I didn't, you know what I'm saying, pack up all my stuff and slam the door and get out. No, like, what I did was gradually move my stuff out every day while she was at work. I worked nights, she worked in the morning. I would drop the baby off to school, and then I would come home, pack up some of my shit, take it to work with me, and move it. Put it in storage or move it to where I was moving to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, talking to the people that were supporting me at that time, it was like, oh, well, when you leave, you should smash up all her shit. You should pull everything out of the cabinets and counters and break up all her dishes and plates. And I was like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Like, I don't have time to be doing that because, for one, she's the type, she's nasty. So she's the type that probably would have called the police and tried to press charges.
Right.
But for two, it's just like, I'm just not that type of person.
Right.
Like, I feel like you losing me is going to be suffrage enough for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I come with and what I bring to the table. So it's like, does all more and I feel like it depends on the situation of the breakup, but do you think that that matters when you are in a relationship? Like, how the relationship ends is how, like, that constitutes how the breakup happens,
Mhm.
like whether if it gets nasty or not, you know what I mean?
I got you. I feel like the most I've had somebody cut my strap up.
Yeah.
Before I was dating you though, like I didn't have a lot of people in my house though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you couldn't come to my house and tear up my shit. I learned my lesson with that. You know what I mean? You know, just years beforehand. But I'll say this. I was petty though. One time I had the one girl that I was dating. Uh, she was cheating, and then and I ended up cheating too. You know, and in the end, I had just bought like all new furniture,
Mm-hmm.
and I had bought living room furniture, and I had bought dining room furniture, and I think she had bought the bedroom furniture. Bet you can keep that, but until I get a truck to come move this shit, every couch cushion is
I think
coming
I
with me.
remember you telling me
Yeah, I
about
think that
that.
was the pettiest I ever got. Like I took all the fucking couch cushions with me when I left. Like y'all motherfuckers ain't sitting on my new shit. Fuck that. And I want to say probably a phone.
Uh-huh.
I was always trying to put somebody on my plan. Like, oh girl, like I got you. And soon it seemed like soon as after you put somebody on your plan and help them get a phone, here they come
That's
with
when
the
all the bullshit
happen. Yeah. And then motherfucker get mad like, oh, y'all reporting that shit stolen. You're not using that no more.
Yeah. My sister's husband did that one time. One time they got into it and broke up. I don't remember what about. And he took like one left shoe of all of her shoes.
Funny as hell. She was mad.
He took like the left or the right shoe of all of her shoes. So she had no shoes that she could wear until she would let him back in the house. Like, that was so petty.
One. Yeah, that is.
I never would have thought about that.
Yeah,
He said, I guess you won't be walking out of my life.
Right?
Not without these
that is
shoes.
Funny.
Baby.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But other than that, like really tearing up somebody's stuff or anything like that, no. Now I've come to blows in a couple of relationships, yeah.
Yeah.
Like definitely fighting. But
I only had to have one fight breakup. And I feel like as lesbians, that can tend to happen a lot. And we're not promoting domestic violence at all.
But you're still two women.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
And depending on if you're about to come on or not, somebody might get slapped around.
So have you ever had any amicable breakups, but the person still tried to damage some of your property? Is that was the situation when they cut up your strap or what?
Yeah.
She said, you won't be fucking nobody with this.
Right. And I feel like I kind of planted the seed. I feel like she wasn't even thinking about that. And then I said something about it one day, and, you know, literally maybe like a week or two later.
Yeah, strap was
cut up.
Damn.
Yeah, like,
that's fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a
I had a situation too with a friend of one of my exes. Actually, it was a cousin of one of my exes around the time that the song Bust Your Windows came out from Jasmine Sullivan. Her and her long-term girlfriend had broken up, and sure enough, her windows was busted out. And the person drove off playing the song really loud.
One of my ex-girlfriends definitely did take my truck though.
They
Man.
stole your car?
Yeah. While I was in the bathroom, she took my keys and took my truck.
Oh.
And took my truck and took it all the way to her crib. And she lived far. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
She lived like an hour away. And left my keys in the car, locked the door while my shit was running.
Oh.
Yeah.
So not only did she take your car all the way out the way, but she let it run and burnt up all your gas.
Yeah. She was wild. She was something else.
Mm.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about it is, like, you know how you be arguing with somebody and y'all basically technically on the break, like y'all ain't fucking around or whatever. And I never locked my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, if you want to go through it, go through it. You know what I'm saying? But don't get mad when you
see what you see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I guess while I was in the bathroom, she just decided to go through my phone. Ain't no telling what was in it, because I've always been a big shit talker.
Yeah.
But that's really about it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a crisis with one of my friends. She'll be all right. We know who that is.
Yeah.
But again, like, I've always been a big shit talker. Now that I'm with you, you know what I'm saying, I've grown a lot. Now I know, you know what I mean, just to keep the peace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be talking shit,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? But back then, like, yeah, like, motherfucker, yeah, I'm going to talk shit. Bitch, you're talking shit too. So, like, what does it matter? But anywho, yeah, she definitely did.
And you mean talking shit to other people?
Yeah.
Big shit talking to other people. Yeah. Okay.
But, like, friends.
With benefits?
No, like, I wasn't even having sex with them, you know what I mean? Like, I totally was fucked up about the girl, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I wasn't sleeping with nobody else,
mm-hmm.
but talking shit, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
If you arguing with somebody and y'all arguing, you talking shit to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
I don't need that motherfucker, bitch.
Oh, okay, I got
shit,
you. I got
mean?
you. Yeah. Like the shit you say amongst friends about your partner, but you wouldn't say necessarily to your partner.
Right.
Gotcha.
And you know me, I got a close-knit circle. Now, I do have some guy. I did have one guy friend. He's not here with me anymore. And yeah, that was somebody that I dated when I was in high school. Hell yeah, like, I love the hell out of that man. That man loved me. If he was still here, we would probably, now maybe him, I would probably talk a little shit too, but I feel like our dynamic is different to where you would know, like, that's just what they do. Like,
yeah,
no attention.
Like,
I know she fucks with me. You
yes.
know what I mean? Like,
I'm very confident in our relationship.
Yeah, like, period, point blank. But her, on the other hand, she thought that I was even having sex with my best friend.
Oh,
She couldn't grasp the fact that I had two femme best friends that are pretty. You know what I mean?
Two cisgender femme best friends.
You did something with her. I just can't believe it. You did something with her. Like, no, I didn't.
And I feel like that's very typical in lesbian relationships too, because it does happen. And once it happens to you in one situation, now you just feel like everybody fucking lying to you.
Right.
And everybody is fucking they straight best friend. Now, I have had a situation where that happened to me as well. But I will say, and if y'all listen to Brown Liquor, we done talked about her best friends a lot of times. Like, her best friends, I know that I don't have nothing to worry about when it comes to them and Nikki sexually. Like, that's not a concern for me at all. But they are beautiful women.
Right.
Very beautiful stallions. Okay. What them horses called?
Stallions.
No, the other ones. Cruise there. What they called?
Oh, I don't know. You going down the road I don't even know nothing about.
Listen.
I just know about the stallions. But
they stacked. Okay. I'm talking about
my girls.
Booties like, yeah. I'm just saying.
But we've been
anyway.
friends for years. Like, we grew up together. Even, you know how when you little, you hunch on your friends and shit. It wasn't that type of party. Like, never. Now, you want to creep out and go over, you know what I'm saying, our boyfriend's house and stuff like that. Now,
together?
Yeah, together? Yeah, we did that shit a lot. But all the rest of that shit, like, no. We never was on that type of level. She's just always been my friend, my bestie, my sister.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all. But I feel like from the outside looking in, if you're not confident within yourself, you wouldn't be able to be in a relationship with me. And I have calmed down, you know what I mean, over the years. And that's because I just don't have time for the fucking nonsense. And everybody that I truly loved and love to talk shit to is really gone. You know what I mean? In that aspect. Or like I don't really talk to them like that anymore. They went their way, I went my way, or they're like passed on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you can have some amicable breakups and the person still try to be like unnecessarily just mean and rude to you. Of course, when you break up with somebody, now you want to talk bad about them all the time, and then you got all the bad shit to say about all the things that they did while y'all was together. And I feel like that is the part that is just like, did you have that same energy when you were actually fucking this person?
No.
Cause like, how did you have all of this emotion and all of this smoke now that y'all done broke up? But it's like when y'all were together, it was none of this, you know?
It's not that it wasn't there. It was there. You just wasn't speaking on it.
You just let it slide.
That. Yeah, like you let it slide.
Yeah.
I feel like we was talking about that earlier today. Being in a relationship, a person will tell you who they are.
Oh, yes, we were talking about that.
Yeah, like it just all depends on if
you see the signs. Yep. And if you paying attention.
Or seeing them big ass red carnival flags that's waving around this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Red flag. We usually, we see them, but we still just gotta, put our finger in the hot boiling ass water, and then when our skin is fucking peeling off, now you want to try to peel that motherfucker back.
Blistered and shit.
Yeah, but it's too late now.
Yeah.
It's too late. Now you out here talking shit, heartbroken, looking like a whole nut. When it could have all been avoided if you would have just take your time.
Took heed to the warnings.
And took heed to the warnings and really listened to what the person was saying to you. I feel like every relationship that I was in, the person really told me what it was. Now, some things I found out after the fact that I just missed, but I had other people, God put other people in my life for them to see it, to tell me, but I still didn't get it yet. You know what I'm saying? I still had to go through the motions. But I feel like my last breakup, like that joint was crazy. I ended up going to jail. Like we talked about that. It was just way too much. And I made a decision right then and there, like, oh, from here on out, oh, motherfucker, I gotta get a whole new checklist when I start dating again. And I definitely gotta work on myself to make sure that I'm in a good space to actually
receive what it is that you wanted.
And what I need. You know what I'm saying? And be able to articulate what it is that I want and what I need without being afraid.
So would you say you ever had an amicable breakup, like a friendly breakup? Or have they always just been?
No, like I feel like at first somebody's either always angry or hurt or sad, But over time, I was friends with a lot of the people that I dated.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people chose not to be friends with me. They were like, "I bet you were doing too much. I knew you was cheating." And I'm like, "Oh man, damn, I wasn't doing all of that." But it's cool.
If that's how you feel,
it's cool. But I'm cool with a couple of my exes, and I feel like sometimes a couple of my exes was just cool with me until it wasn't
convenient for them anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That kind of hurt because there was a couple of people that I truly cared about that really helped me, develop.
Yeah.
Better relationship wise, and I thought that we were friends and could be friends, but I feel like once they really got to where it was that they needed to be, and they didn't need me to, let them know the type of person that they were. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, how can I explain it? Like, when you break up with somebody and you know that you fucked up and you know that that person was good for you.
Yeah.
So you would tell them, like, I know I fucked up. Like, you was a good person. What up, blase, blase, you're beautiful. And when they're going through things with other people that they date, they reach out to you. So that you can validate them, make them feel better, And I feel like once that came to, and then, like, they didn't have no more like love me.
Yeah.
Like we
They
cool,
didn't need
but
that validation
yeah,
from
they
you
didn't need
anymore.
that validation from me.
Yeah.
So they went ahead and yeah, like just totally. We went from talking not all the time, but you know, every once in a while to just like not at all. And it did like I had actually reached out to them to ask them some questions when me and you got together.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about proposing, and this person had already been married, not to a woman, but to a guy. And I had reached out to her, like I just was happy, and I just wanted to have a conversation, and just like the response she gave me when I reached out to her was like, "What do you mean? Like, why are you asking me? Like, why are you talking to me?" I just was so shocked. And it did, it hurt my feelings, but it let me know my place.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I was like, well, I guess we ain't, you know
cool
what I'm
no more
saying?
like that.
Cool like that no more. And I was like, oh, you know, we was never, just from the whole thing, I'm like, oh, we was never really that cool. We was just cool when she needed me to be there and to be cool, which was cool. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. It's cool.
I'm only good friends with one of my exes, and that one particular ex is trans now, and I forget to call him by his male name sometimes, and I call him by his female name. And I mean, he's understanding about it because I knew him as her. I dated her. I didn't date him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, and I tried to get him on the podcast a couple times, but he keep flaking. I ain't got time. But to end this episode, we are going to get into some fun this or that questions real quick, and then we going to get up out of here, y'all, because we still got work to do.
Right.
And again, these questions are posted in our group, Brown Liquor Lesbian Conversations, on Facebook. With TikTok leaving, seem like Facebook ain't going nowhere, seem like Instagram ain't going nowhere. So we gonna have to be making the most of our content areas that are currently available. So join the group, Brown Liquor Lesbian Conversations. All right. So this or that, okay? Big clit or bad breath?
Big clit.
Really? I just feel like bad breath can be fixed. I can take you to the dentist and get your teeth cleaned and get you some floss and a good toothbrush.
But what you mean about big cleat?
Like a big cleat?
Like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with you too with the bad breath.
Okay. All right. So hold on. Let me go back. So big clit or bad breath? You say bad breath. Mm-hmm. I say bad breath too because bad breath. You can correct that. Bad breath can be fixed. The clit.
One of these big ones like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
That you, I mean, some people like big clits.
They do.
Hey, somebody gonna love you. Just won't be me. This or that. Only use the rose for the rest of your life, or only have penetrative sex for the rest of your life. Like the rose vibrator toy that's suction on your clit.
I'm going with the rose.
Okay. That's obvious. That makes sense. I mean, that question was more kind of for femmes or for bisexual women. But whatever, because our group is open to all people in the LGBTQIA plus community. So yes. I'm trying to find my other ones. I know one of them was OnlyFans or Pornhub.
Pornhub is free. Why the fuck would I pay for OnlyFans?
Well, that's true. And
I've never been on OnlyFans.
And if you think about it, some people download the content from OnlyFans and post it on Pornhub, so you get to see it for the free anyways.
Right.
Let me see. I think there was one more. I don't know where all they went. Okay. Oh, that was the one I just said. Pornhub or OnlyFans. Hold on. I think there is one more, and then we can get up out of here.
Yeah, because I got to help my friend. My one friend needs me.
Oh, this is a good one. Have sex in front of your parents or never have sex again?
Oh, they gone.
Well, if they weren't
Mama
gone
up there on the
If they weren't gone, would you have sex in front of your parents or never have sex again?
I had my mom walked in on me having sex. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so you didn't experience that before. Damn it. I can't even get you. Shit. Now, for me, I just be like, Mom and Daddy, y'all got to stand over there and put on a blindfold, cover your eyes, turn around, go in the timeout corner or something. But to never have sex again, ever, like, I can't do that.
I hear you, baby.
That's crazy. But that is a wrap on this episode of Brown Liquor, y'all. We are going to go ahead and get up out of here. Like I said, we still have more work to do. It is never over for us, y'all. We are always hustling and doing something.
Right.
So we are going to get up out of here. Make sure y'all tune in next Saturday for another episode of Brown Liquor. Follow us on all of our social media. And the video episodes are posted to the YouTube. Brown Liquor 1800. That is the YouTube name. Brown Liquor 1800. Brown Liquor on everything else. Brown Liquor Lesbian Conversations is the Facebook group. Y'all join. Come on into the room. And if you have any questions for us that you want us to answer in relation to business, podcasting, relationships, whatever it is, send us an email, brownliquor@gmail.com. And do you have anything else before we get up out of here, babe?
Peace.
Oh, okay. You hit him with the bruh man, the Martin. All right, y'all. We are gonna get up out of here. Stay connected to Brown Liquor. Subscribe, rate, share, like, view, all the things.
Let's go. Don't forget. You know what I'm saying? To lick that
split.
We is eyes.
Peace, y'all.
Talking.
This has been a production of Brown Liquor Media Group. Tune in every Saturday, wherever you get your podcasts, to catch these vibes. Follow us on all social media platforms at Brown Liquor and join our Facebook group, Brown Liquor Lesbian Conversations, where your voice is always heard and your opinion matters.